The Sharingan is the signature Dōjutsu of the Uchiha clan, first appearing in the Wave Village arc when Kakashi and Sasuke used it. The red eyes, marked with prominent black tomoe, instantly give viewers chills due to their sheer coolness. The number of tomoe increases with the user's experience and emotional state, starting from 1 tomoe and evolving to 2 or 3. The Sharingan is activated when the user experiences deep emotional trauma, such as the loss of a loved one or intense anger toward themselves. These negative emotions fill the brain with special chakra, which transmits to the eyes and awakens the Sharingan. The Sharingan's abilities are divided into 3 main areas: combat, technique copying, and genjutsu, psychological manipulation. Thanks to its acute vision, the user can read the opponent's movements in detail and anticipate their actions, as seen with Sasuke during his fight with Naruto. It also allows the user to perceive chakra by color, replicate enemy techniques, and create illusions to mentally overwhelm opponents, exemplified by Sasuke's battle against Zabuza. Although powerful in battle, the Sharingan originates from emotional pain. To achieve its power, the user must endure emotional loss. Consequently, Uchiha members like Madara, Obito, and Sasuke are prone to psychological instability and at risk of falling to darkness. The Mangekyō Sharingan is an eye that can only be awakened by select individuals within the Uchiha clan. Its design differs entirely from the regular Sharingan, with each user having a unique pattern. For example, Itachi's eye resembles a shuriken, while Madara's evokes a windmill. Typically, Mangekyō Sharingan has 3 points, as seen with Itachi, Obito, and Madara. Sasuke has 6 points, and some other characters have 4. The reasons and mechanisms behind these differences remain unclear. Obito's case is understandable due to its exceptional circumstances, but others are harder to explain. The condition for a Sharingan to evolve into a Mangekyō Sharingan is experiencing extreme psychological shock caused by the loss of a close family member. In Boruto, this is clarified further. It is not necessary to directly cause the death. Simply losing a loved one or undergoing equivalent emotional trauma can awaken it. Both Itachi and Obito never directly killed anyone but still met this condition. The Mangekyō Sharingan is reserved for those who have endured hardship and grants immensely powerful abilities. Itachi can shatter an opponent's will with just his gaze, creating Amaterasu, black flames that burn relentlessly until the target is completely incinerated. Obito can manipulate objects from other dimensions, while Sasuke can control targets without their awareness. Additionally, the Mangekyō Sharingan can manifest Susanoo, a massive chakra avatar, but the condition to summon it is that the user must possess both Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu. How these abilities overlap or combine is still unclear. Moreover, the Mangekyō Sharingan can control Biju, such as Madara and Obito controlling Kurama. This power is nearly cheat level, but the price is steep. The user gradually loses their eyesight. In Sasuke's final battle, those using the Mangekyō Sharingan were almost blind, and Obito had to implant Hashirama's cells to avoid total blindness. The Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan is an upgraded version that prevents blindness. This ability is nearly cheat level, allowing continuous use without impairing vision. To awaken it, one must transplant a Mangekyō Sharingan from a close relative. However, transplantation is not always successful. Only those who have endured emotional trauma from losing a loved one can receive the additional light. Upon awakening, the eye pattern merges the original and transplanted eye, creating a unique and meaningful design. For example, when Sasuke awakens the Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan, the windmill pattern of Itachi combines with Sasuke's own design. The Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan is virtually invincible. The user can continuously employ Amaterasu, Susanoo, and other devastating abilities without fearing blindness. Previously, Sasuke's regular Mangekyō Sharingan would drain his energy extremely quickly during battle, but with the Eternal version, he can use techniques consecutively, without overloading. This demonstrates the severe risk of using the regular Mangekyō Sharingan and shows that only the Eternal version allows full exploitation of power without serious harm. When using the regular version, Sasuke's body aches at the cellular level, proving the tremendous burden the Uchiha clan must bear to wield the Sharingan. However, the Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan only removes the risk of blindness. It does not reduce chakra consumption. Even individuals like Sasuke or Madara, who possess enormous chakra reserves, still experience significant depletion when using the eyes. When Sasuke used Amaterasu against Kabuto, his eyes bled, showing that the strain on the eyes is not entirely gone. Furthermore, factors like strategy, sensory perception, projectile attacks, or interruptions to vision also play a role, so the Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan is not truly invincible. The Rinnegan is a Dōjutsu that surpasses the Mangekyō Sharingan in hierarchy. Its design is mysterious and striking, featuring multiple concentric circles radiating from the pupil, evoking a sense of vast cosmic scale. This design emphasizes the Uchiha clan's extraordinary power. It represents the highest evolution of the Sharingan, and once awakened, the user can manipulate all chakra attributes and employ nearly divine techniques, controlling gravity, summoning tailed beasts, absorbing chakra, reading memories, exorcising souls, or manipulating space. Using just these abilities, Pain once attacked Konoha and nearly destroyed it in an instant. Unlike the Mangekyō Sharingan, which extends individual abilities, the Rinnegan is vastly superior to other Dōjutsu. If Madara or Sasuke awaken the Rinnegan naturally, without transplantation, they gain additional immensely powerful techniques. Madara can create spatial clones of himself called Limbo, Sasuke can instantly swap objects, and Kaguya can trap opponents in her own dimensional space, all overwhelmingly powerful abilities. Therefore, the conditions to awaken the Rinnegan are extremely strict. One must combine the powers of both Asura and Indra, representing a fusion of destiny and chakra, which explains its rarity and uniqueness. Even Madara, after transplanting Hashirama's cells and obtaining the combined Asura-Indra power, did not awaken the Rinnegan immediately. It only manifested when his abilities reached their absolute peak. This indicates that awakening the Rinnegan is not only about power, but also the result of will, choice, and fate. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Sasuke received Hagoromo's chakra and experienced a wandering mental state, after which his Rinnegan awakened. This suggests that the wandering mental state is a necessary condition, though the original canon does not explicitly state this, so this remains an individual interpretation. Some Ōtsutsuki clan members, such as Kaguya and Momoshiki, possess the Rinnegan, but not all descendants have it. Kaguya acquired energy from the chakra fruit, and Momoshiki from a similar fruit, implying that the Rinnegan or Sharingan can stem from Biju power rather than being an inherent trait of the Ōtsutsuki. Personally, I find the Rinnegan awakening extremely dramatic and impressive. Combining two inherently conflicting powers, Indra and Asura, produces true power. This aligns with Kishimoto's message. Only by overcoming hatred and uniting can world-saving strength emerge. The Rinne Sharingan is a fusion of the Rinnegan and Sharingan. Its design merges the Rinnegan's concentric circles with the distinctive tomoe of the Sharingan on the eye's surface. The term does not appear in the original series, but it is used in the official fanbook. Interestingly, the number, position, and color of the tomoe vary depending on the character. Kaguya and Madara have a red Rinne Sharingan with classic tomoe. Sasuke has a pale purple Rinne Sharingan with 6 tomoe in his left eye, and even the Ten Tails could theoretically possess a red Rinne Sharingan with 6 tomoe on one eye. The Rinne Sharingan has 3 main abilities, combining the powers of the Sharingan and Rinnegan simultaneously. Normally, one cannot use Rinnegan abilities while using Sharingan techniques, and vice versa. For example, Madara in Rinnegan form cannot employ Mangekyō Sharingan techniques. However, Sasuke with Rinne Sharingan can use everything: Mangekyō abilities, Amaterasu, Susanoo, Rinnegan powers, and even new, unique techniques without switching eyes. This is Rinne Sharingan's most outstanding strength. Perceiving all phenomena in the Limbo world, Madara once used clone techniques in Limbo. Sasuke with Rinne Sharingan can also observe and interact within Limbo. Countering infinite genjutsu, the Rinne Sharingan can create a zone immune to infinite mind-reading techniques. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Sasuke used this to combat infinite Tsukuyomi. However, it is still unclear whether this ability is exclusive to the Rinne Sharingan, or if a normal Sharingan can achieve it. From personal analysis, Susanoo can draw power from both Mangekyō and Rinnegan. A theory suggests that this power resides in the body rather than the eyes, explaining why Kakashi could not use Susanoo after losing his Sharingan, while Madara could still use it via the Rinnegan. Madara once claimed Susanoo is as strong as Momoshiki, but using only Mangekyō Sharingan cannot achieve this level, indicating that Susanoo approaches the capability of the Rinnegan. The Byakugan is the Hyūga clan's signature ability, renowned as one of the strongest combat lineages. When awakened, their white eyes develop prominent veins around the eyeball. The conditions for awakening are unclear, but many Hyūga members, including Hinata, once considered a weak student, can activate it, suggesting the requirements are not overly difficult. The Byakugan enhances vision and observation, expanding the field of view. It can see several kilometers away and through thick walls. For example, during the Fourth Great Ninja War, Hinata and the tracking squad detected the movements of 100,000 Edo Tensei beings, demonstrating incredible reconnaissance and chakra sensing abilities. Additionally, the Byakugan can detect chakra flow and pressure points, allowing the user to block an opponent's chakra, rendering chakra-dependent fighters nearly powerless. In the ninja exam, Hiyashi even remarked that his own eyes could not see all of Neiji's pressure points, highlighting the Byakugan's exceptional capabilities. Unlike the Sharingan, the Byakugan does not lose efficiency with continuous use, indicating very low chakra consumption. However, the Byakugan has weaknesses. Small pressure points in the neck can be exploited, as in the Sasuke vs. Neji battle, where Neji was severely injured. It is also most effective in close combat, putting the user at a disadvantage against long-range attackers. Naruto and Hinata's daughter Himawari inherited the Byakugan. In Boruto Naruto the movie 2015, Himawari awakened her Byakugan and even used it to strike Naruto's pressure points, temporarily incapacitating him, demonstrating her tremendous potential. The Tenseigan appears in the last Naruto the movie and is a signature ability of the Ōtsutsuki clan. Toneri, a descendant of this clan living on the moon to monitor sealed creatures, possesses the Tenseigan, which manifests as brilliantly glowing blue eyes. In the movie, Toneri uses this power to threaten Earth, putting humanity at risk of annihilation. Regarding the conditions for awakening, Toneri explains that when his chakra harmonizes with the higher-level chakra of the Ōtsutsuki, it evolves into the Tenseigan. In other words, Hyūga blood closely related to the Ōtsutsuki, when combined with Ōtsutsuki chakra, produces the Tenseigan. This ability can be considered a final form, similar to the Rinnegan compared to the Mangekyō Sharingan, but it comes with its own unique techniques. The Tenseigan's powers are extraordinarily potent, resembling a combination of Six Paths mode and Rinnegan abilities. Toneri uses green chakra similar to Kurama mode, creates Gudodama-like constructs, forms a bird-cage-shaped prison, manipulates gravity, controls massive boulders, and can even move the moon. Its overall power is immensely overwhelming. Beyond Toneri, there is also a Tenseigan formed from the convergence of multiple Biju, capable of moving the moon, creating an artificial moon, and controlling numerous creatures, far surpassing any individual's capability. Toneri even claims he can resurrect Earth and create a new world, demonstrating near limitless potential. The Tenseigan requires time to awaken fully. If incomplete, its power will be weaker, explaining why a newly awakened Rinnegan can still be controlled. Boruto, with a body containing Hagoromo and Ōtsutsuki chakra, seems to meet the requirements to awaken the Tenseigan, but whether Boruto actually possesses it remains uncertain. Boruto's right eye is referred to as the Jogan, but this name has not been mentioned in the original manga. Personally, I favor the theory that it is merely a Byakugan that will eventually evolve into the Tenseigan, opening up intriguing plot possibilities involving Sarada and Boruto. The Kokugan is an eye that appears in Boruto. In the original manga, it has no specific name, but according to official data, Kankuro's left eye is called the Kokugan. Its design is striking, resembling a wheel. 8 black concentric circles radiate from the pupil, interspersed with golden light, creating a distinct and memorable appearance. The conditions to awaken the Kokugan remain unclear, and many of its abilities have yet to be fully revealed. However, powers that have been observed include Shokanoya, a Shinjutsu that can instantly shrink oneself or any inanimate object within sight and restore them to their original size. Paired with this technique is Daikokuten, which allows the user to store all shrunken objects in a timeless spatial dimension. Additionally, the Kokugan can summon large black cubes that disrupt techniques of those with sensory abilities. The user can even estimate an opponent's lifespan or chakra via a flame-like shadow. The Kokugan can also open conventional space-time portals or access infinite dimensions without using Daikoken. Despite its immense power, Shokanoya has limitations. It cannot be applied to living beings and requires high intelligence and coordination to use effectively, reflecting a sophisticated design. Unlike the Rinnegan, Mangekyō Sharingan, or Tenseigan, the Kokugan is entirely independent, with its own awakening rules and unique abilities. In Boruto, there are other abilities, such as Boruto's Jogan and Ada's Senrigan. I will not go into detail here, but if anyone has further information on Jogan or Senrigan, please feel free to share it in the comments. Thank you all for watching the entire video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. Goodbye, and see you next time.